So,
Uh,
then can you say something?
Hello? Hello, testing one, two.
Why is it coming through that? I should go with my earbuds. Give me 2 seconds. Can I say something again?
Hello?
Yes. Whatever. It's messing with my earbuds.
Through Brio. What? Can you hear me? Loud and clear. Go ahead. Um, do. So I just wanted to touch on, like, I think this is a good time to brainstorm our plans for the new year and just really like put out all of our ideas, look at them, analyze them, and just kind of get thinking about it because I think right now you're a little sick. I'm a little sleep deprived. I think that we could come back in a few weeks and make like a more concrete plan for the year. But as I see it right now, I think the year is basically going to be focused on a few different things. Let's say we have, I wrote some of this stuff. Okay. So, do. So, basically, our plan was initially to come to market. So the basic idea of the company is to make to help people be healthy, help people be healthy, fit, high performing, and to really take advantage of the fact that like when you're healthier, fitter, and more high performing, like it's such a lost opportunity. People are really unhealthy and they don't know how to get healthy. And there's toxic stuff in all the supplements. Like I had to actually go out and make these supplements just to recover from my latest bout of insomnia. So that was sort of like a roadblock. But I mean, our basic goal of working together is to make money. And we have other goals such as self-actualization and helping the world. But and we're not going to make money by hurting the world. But our ultimate goal is to
I mean, I think a
one
better
of our
way of
ultimate
putting it is the mission statement we have that we put on the website to master life with overflowing energy, sharpened clarity, and enduring strength to fulfill our potential and leave nothing undone.
Yeah, exactly. I think that that's what we're trying to do for ourselves, and the company is also trying to enable people to do that for themselves as well. And I know, like for me, I've had to do a lot of work in order to get to the point where I'm at now. And in terms of like having people paying attention to me on YouTube, that was sort of like this happy series of accidents over years. I really like YouTube. I like talking. Um, just like we can put out a lot of information. There's a lot of information we can put out there, and then the question is really like how to put it out there. Like now that I'm healthy, now that I'm not, or relatively healthy, I still like only got like a few hours of sleep last night, but I'm just gonna rest all day tomorrow, so I'll be fine. But actually, I need caffeine before you leave for Panama. But basically, we have these supplements available. They're behind me. We have people paying attention to us. I think this company is very necessary. I mean, at least from the insomnia perspective, and just from the, I mean, there isn't really anyone who understands health the way I do out there. And there's no one putting it all together. And like the supplement companies, they all have magnesium stearate in them. And I'm like I like Joseph Mercola. Like I admire what he's doing. And I think that what we're doing is some sort of a version of what he's doing.
I mean,
But
everyone
I
has
think
their
what
own understanding of health, and then they design their products that they release around that. And some people have no understanding of health and merely trying to copy the products that they see other people releasing. So our products are based around our understanding of what it takes to be healthy. Um, if you go look on the website, we have the meditation candle for mindfulness, which we both agree you need to be mindful and reflective. You need time to do that. I
I
find
think
the
it's a cool
candle helps.
candle. I lit it a few days
Yeah,
ago.
it's a nice candle.
I
We have the skincare, which is the whipped beef tallow, jojoba, and peppermint lotion. And I had pepper. I mean, we have both with peppermint and without peppermint. I love the menthol tingle of peppermint on the skin, and I don't react negatively towards it at all. And that kind of addresses um, cosmetic. I use that on my lips. I use it on my face. I use it on my body. And with how dry the New England winters are, like that's my go-to thing. That isn't gonna mess up your skin microbiome like a lot of the other lotions out there will because of the fillers and the preservatives that they put in it. And then we have our understanding of health in terms of the supplements that you need to take because our food is currently being grown in
Well,
soil
it's not
so
even just that. It's like if you
nutrient
have
deprived.
an overgrowth of bad bacteria in your gut, having B vitamins, like you actually need to supplement B vitamins because you can't even absorb them because of the bad bacteria in your
Yeah,
gut.
no,
So it's
but
not.
if you're in bad health, then you especially need the supplements. But even I've had my friends ask me, they're like, "So I don't take supplements. Well, what would they do for me?" I'm like, or why should I take them? I'm like, because you don't realize how you feel or what you're deprived of until you start like taking some stuff, and and that's kind of how I got introduced to the whole space. Is I was getting leg cramps because I was pulling all nighters and drinking energy drinks, and I'm like, okay, well, I feel like crap. My legs wake up, and I would wake up after an all nighter and like literally be crying my eyes out because of the amount of pain I was in due to the my legs seizing up. And you told me I need to start drinking magnesium, and then I was I don't know, in college and other times I came to you. I was like, oh, I've been drinking, but my dick's not really working. How do I fix that? And you're like, well, try adding some pink Himalayan salt with water and like fix your electrolytes. And I do it and it works. And I'm like, oh wow, electrolytes can do this. And then I start taking Adderall in college for health, well, not for health, but for study. And I'm crashing off of that. And I'm like, this sucks. How do I make sure I don't crash off of this? And it's like, well, you need to stack it with vitamin C, a B complex, increase your magnesium, increase your zinc, take some zinc gluconate, take some L-tyrosine in order to help your body produce the dopamine. I was quitting nicotine. And you're like, well, nicotine replaces the role of B vitamins in the brain. So if you want to help quit nicotine, make it a little bit easier on yourself, take some B vitamins. Or if you want to make caffeine hit harder, take some tyrosine with it. Or if you want to kind of calm down after you've taken caffeine, but you don't want to like smoke weed or do anything else, I mean, take some theanine because a lot of energy drinks will have like you'll take caffeine, you'll be kind of wired, but green tea and all of other stuff has other
Theanine's
compounds that
also
balance
fun
you
for
out.
sleep. Theanine's also a fun sleep aid.
Yeah. So with all this stuff, it's like you first off, I was getting having issue with leg cramps and stuff due to consumption of caffeine, as caffeine is the most consumed drug, and the food that we consume is not really high in a lot of nutrients. I took a soil science class in college. You literally have to add everything into that soil that you want that the plant will need because it is not in the soil anymore. The soil is literally just like a medium of zero nutrients that the plant grows in. And every year, farmers basically fertilize, add in the calcium, add in the
Phosphorus, nitrogen, all
yeah, you
that.
have to add all that stuff in every year because the soil's been raped of all of it. So it doesn't have any of the nutrients. The animals are being fed soy, beans, and other stuff. I mean, you look at cows. I mean, at least a cow can process the um, soybeans because they have multiple stomachs, so they don't have large amounts of linoleic acid. But I mean, if you're eating pork, a pig only has one stomach, so it can't process the soy it's being fed, which basically means that pig fat is very similar to vegetable oil. Um, and it also lacks a lot of the nutrients that you need because the feed doesn't have the nutrients, the soil doesn't have the nutrients. So we're feeding plants that have no nutrients to animals that then have no nutrients, and we eat that, and then we wonder why we develop these health issues. And it's like, well, because the earth wasn't really made to sustain 8 billion people. It wasn't. And the only reason why we have 8 billion people nowadays is because of the rise of factory farming and the fertilizers and the fact that we can make potassium. Like we have massive chemical plants that can make large amounts of potassium, and that is able to sustain us for the massive populations we have. If we didn't have all these artificial chemicals being derived and put back into the soil, we would not have the populations we have today, and there'd be like mass famine. But we have managed to do it, and people love fucking, so they keep having more kids, and eventually you wind up with just a lack of nutrients because sure we're adding phosphorus, but we're not adding like zinc or some of the other micronutrients. Our water is good, but it's not like you're not drinking spring water anymore, which has electrolytes in it. It's like we're taking water and we're hyper. Well, first off, you should be filtering it because if you're not filtering it, then we're getting a lot of chlorine in it. But I feel like a lot of people don't realize like how amazing it is that we're able to get clean water and how like new of a thing that is. They're like, oh yeah, our water should have minerals and all this stuff in it. It's like, no, no. The fact that we can even get clean water to drink into cities is like pretty amazing. And sure, sometimes that water needs to have a lot of chlorine and other stuff in it, and it goes through lead pipes in order to make it to the city because dehydration is going to kill you in 3 days, and lead I know might fuck you up when you're 30s or 40s or 50s. So a lot of the world and the systems we have set up isn't to make you healthy. It's to allow you to actually survive. And then in your 50s, 60s, if you don't pay attention to any of this shit, then yeah, you're going to have
If you
huge health
make it that
problems.
far.
Yeah, if you make it that far nowadays, like, but everyone's like, well, why do we need supplements? Because like for all of human history, we have never, ever like actually tried to optimize our health. Like that has been the thing for like kings. Like the fact that like people that don't have billions of dollars or like that actually have to work today can optimize their health. Like holy shit, man. In Africa, they still cut down like to make tapioca. That's a freaking tree. They grind a tree and then they soak the tree pulp in water, and then this starch like it gets left at the bottom of the water. Like we're trying to turn fucking trees into food. Like we're grinding up grains and seeds and GMOing them And our goal has never been to optimize our health. It's like literally, how can we get enough food to feed everyone? How can we make sure everyone has enough food, they're not starving? We still have people starving to death. The fact that like we can actually even have a portion of the population focusing on optimizing their health is amazing. But like this is really one of the first times in all of history people actually like, how do I optimize my health? Because we have such an abundance of being able to get food, being able to get water, being able to have time to think about this stuff, and like we can import stuff. We can like see what's missing from the soil. So much like you think a lion is out there, like how do I optimize my health? It's like no, how do I get food in my stomach? And once you realize how you can get food in your stomach, and you can, like everybody in the world, well, almost everyone in the U.S. right now can get food at least in their stomach. We're not saying that it's good food. We're not saying you're going to want to eat that food and it's going to make you think well. It's going to make you perform well. But like you can get food in your stomach. So now we're out here and we're like, okay, let's look at the food we're eating and let's see how do we actually operate at our best. And that's like such a new concept of how do we operate at our best. That's like people don't realize that. It's like shit, man. We're no longer concerned about starving. We're now thinking, how do I feel better? How do I think better? It's like that's a pretty new area that we haven't touched on. And I don't think a lot of people actually understand this. Like we now have the ability to import food from all over the world to experiment with how it makes us feel. We can now import like other supplements from around the world to like optimize our diet and adjust different things. We now for like actually the past 20 years, and that's it, the past 20 years have the ability to communicate with other people from different parts of the world within a day so that we can really understand how they work, how we work. And I mean, shit, man, like we go from being people who live in a very specific area of the world, have a specific diet that we eat, and then due to the rise of transportation, are now able to move ourselves around, move to different areas of the world, have sex and have kids with like other ethnicities of people. I mean, shit, you're married to a part Colombian woman. I mean, you're a
Part
European man.
Filipino, part Filipino, part Mexican.
Yeah, I mean, your kids, there is no, oh, this is the optimal diet for our people that we've eaten for 1,000 years. There is none of that.
Yeah,
It's you go, your kids are like slightly mixed. There is no optimal diet for mixed Filipino, Mexican, Italian kids. Like the gut microbiome you have, because something else people also have to recognize is like I and you work good off of meat, heavy fat meat. I work a little better than you when I add some fruit into that mix. You
I
can't
have to
handle
also
it.
add in like fermenting tea that I let
Yeah,
ferment and covered.
yeah. But like that works well for me. Other people work well off of eating large amounts of vegetables. I don't feel good when I eat large amounts of vegetables. Lily, my vegetables come from hot peppers that I put in chili. That's it. I eat some sweet potatoes. I eat some red onions because they taste good. But like there is a very like you have to do some work to figure this stuff out. But we have the ability to see what the ancient Hindus did, what the Indians did, what the Chinese did, how the indigenous tribes lived, how like the Mediterranean diets. We can like talk to people about their experience in carnivore. And like people think health is this like established field of science. No, 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 no. All this shit is really new.
The entire healthcare system, which is very effective, was based off of the military healthcare system, which was meant for 18 to 24-year-old young men who are already healthy to cure them from acquired illnesses. It has nothing to do with keeping you healthy. It just has to do with like saving you from dying.
Yeah, yeah. If you look at modern medicine in hospitals today, like we do not know that much about how to optimize your performance, at least modern medicine doesn't. If you go to your doctor, he sure as shit doesn't. But what we do know is how to stop you from dying if you're on the edge of death. We can hook you up to pumps and we can switch your blood out. We can filter that blood. We can transfer organs. But even in medicine, we really haven't progressed much farther than how do we make you not die? That's still what everyone's looking because we still have people dying of cancer and dying of all this stuff. So no, people aren't researching how do I feel optimal, or there's not a lot of people doing it, and we're one of the few that are. Most people are like,
There's no
how?
real incentive structure. There's no incentive structure for it, which is really what we're trying to create, I guess. Because, like,
I mean, a lot of people don't even give a shit right now about how to feel good. Like, seriously, look at it's such a niche market that people who are actually inside the field subscribe to your channel, subscribe to my channel, don't even realize how niche the fact that they care about their health is. Because, I mean, when you make a supplement that has no binders, no fillers, like, who's your audience? I mean, if you're drinking alcohol, that's really bad for you. Like, that's probably a little worse than some of these binders or fillers, depending on how you react to them. Some of them could be worse, but, like, you have to kind of cut out alcohol. You have to kind of cut out a lot, like fast food. Like,
well, maybe not. I mean, maybe you cut out alcohol last, but
I mean,
like,
yeah, but still, it's like,
depend. Like, you gotta actually care. And if you're drinking all the time, like, I don't know, like maybe you also have a sensitivity to magnesium stearate, but it's just unlikely that someone who drinks regularly is aware of their sensitivity. I mean, it's less likely. Um,
like
but one thing
okay,
though,
if
this is
I'll
something
put it this
is
way: if you drink, it, you will feel better by taking supplements such as electrolytes to balance out because alcohol flushes
B
water.
vitamins, sleep
Yeah, all
minerals,
this stuff. You
salt,
will feel
snake
better
juice,
by taking it.
green tea,
You will feel
chlorella.
better by taking the stuff without magnesium stearate, but you'll feel the best if you just stop the drinking. I mean, this will help a little bit, and I mean, it can go.
I mean, probably there's a lot we don't know. I hold out that I might meet someone who operates better on alcohol, but it's never happened.
Yeah, so
Like there might be one dude out there, but
I mean,
I
seriously,
never met him.
it's like, how many people do you meet that like actually try to optimize their health to such a degree they cut out alcohol?
Basically, people who have had life-threatening illnesses
Yeah, but I mean
or
that's
have
about
some.
it. But like even when you were insomnia coaching people, you have people who like literally dying, going to die, acknowledge that they would die, but they wouldn't stop drinking Diet Coke or going to
There's
McDonald's.
Coca-Cola, and yeah,
It's like you can tell someone they're gonna die. They can be like, "I'm gonna die," but like, not a lot of people actually
you
care.
gotta like bridge that. You gotta make it easier for people. So one thing that I'm thinking, I mean, like, there's so many projects that we could do. Like, we can make like really advanced enzyme and probiotic supplements based off of, like I mentioned, I'm doing a fermented tea protocol where I ferment long steeped gunpowder green tea in a cupboard. No carbs. I just ferment it. I just drink it. It smells like feet. And it's disgusting, but it gives me solid poops. So this is like bacteria and enzymes, and there's a lot that can be done in that area. And I would love to be the one to do that. I would love to even just take the supplements, like all the supplements that we have available now are all the supplements I take, but I would like to like see how much better I could feel if I had my own lab to actually like extract the compounds or run my own like run
Oh
more
yeah,
advanced
I mean, if we had our
testing.
own
Like
lab, we could do a lot more with
just
this.
me personally, it's taken me like 2 years to recover my health after the last episode. So like I'm
I mean,
pretty
I
much
would love
recovered
to
now,
do
but
like really in-depth biomarker, like not biomarker, but like testing on the bacteria within our mouths, within our GI tracts, within our skin, in order to see how different products affect the diversity and which like skin care products are actually the best, and also look into maybe how I could take like the healthy bacteria from my skin and help like produce more of that and then mix that into a tallow or something in order to apply it. Um, I mean, my skin, like my scalp, it's still the scalp microbiome is not balanced. I made a video yesterday talking about how I took boar bristle brush, and I mean, I'll just show a quick picture of. I think you'll actually really like this diagram I made. I used Gemini, but like, holy crap, it actually came out a lot better than I thought it would. So share screen. Okay, so right here it kind of shows like my understanding of the scalp. Don't you see this?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so you have a buildup of dead skin that blocks the oil from coming out of the follicle, and that because the oil is blocked, the scalp gets drier and more dead skin forms, and it's kind of a cycle that repeats itself. You use a boar bristle brush, and the little brushes. 'Cause I mean, let's see. Look at all those little fibers in there. That's a lot better than my fingernails. It's able to get in here and scrub away that dead skin, which then allows the oils to naturally come out onto the scalp. And then the brush, because it's a boar hair bristle, it's a natural fiber, is able to pick up these oils and then distribute them onto the hair. It also picks up extra oils on the brush itself, and I can wash the oil off the brush using a soap, but I'll use a warm water and I'll rinse off the extra oils and the dead skin from my scalp. And then right here, this is the goal. Like now, once you do it a couple times, like 3 days, you basically remove all the dead skin, and then continued use of it allows you to have this thin layer of oil that goes on your scalp and on your hair and helps nurture it, and it helps to um, moisturize your scalp, which then is going to stop the dead skin, which then is going to help balance it out. Because we basically, like, how retarded is this? Like, our skincare routine we're currently doing is we wash our body with soaps that aren't not even soap, the chemical detergents that remove all of the natural oils off of our scalp, and then we try to replace said oils with like vegetable oil and like synthetic oils and olive oil, and we're like, why do we have dry skin or itchy scalps, or is our hair not looking as like luscious as it could? It's like it. I find the whole thing like modern hair care extremely weird.
The only thing that's ever made my hair really thick is only eating beef, salt, and water. I don't even think it has to do with what you're putting on your hair for the most part. It has to do with what you put in your body.
Where the heck is this little sidebar so I can get back to the full screen? Um, here we go. Share. Uh, let's see. How do I turn share off? Stop share. There we go. So, I mean, what do you think of that diagram? I thought that was pretty good.
I think so. I think it's really, I like it as
I mean,
well.
it took me like an hour to generate it with Gemini, but I mean, I think it
Oh,
helps
you
people.
generated that? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's generated. Like that's it's not as ideal as I want, but it's like compared to a G. So I did Gemini and I did Think Deeply for it. I switched it from Fast Image because Fast Image was like really bad. I mean, GPT was giving me this like clip art type stuff where it was horrible. It literally looked like absolute crap. But Gemini, like, it labeled it. The arrows are actually pointing at the correct things. I'm like, wow, this is. I mean, we can go back to that for a second and just like, I mean, look at this. Dry hair due to poor oil. Like the hair is actually frayed. You have dead skin, sebaceous gland. I think everything's spelled correctly, but yeah, you have that oil trapped. You have the brushes right here, exfoliates the dead skin. Over here we have the only downside is these little like that is the brush fiber. It's supposed to be like coming down from the top. and then you have the hair right here. So we have the hair and the brush fiber coming from the same point, but it's like, eh. It does show how the fiber is able to, the boar bristles are able to pick up the oil, and then how it gets rinsed off. But like GPT was giving
I
me,
think this is something we should also do. We should write articles on how to use GPT and Gemini and
well,
all
I
of the
mean,
in
I
Grok.
think that goes back to the company mission to master life with overflowing energy, sharpened clarity, enduring strength to fulfill a potential, leave nothing undone. I mean, you have to know how to use AI if you want to free yourself. Like, machinery allowed us to, first off, free women out of the house. Like, the fact that we can actually have women doing stuff in society, the fact that society is safe enough to have women able to go out without a man, or the fact that like household chores are no longer binding them, has allowed such a boom in terms of thoughts and ideas. And like, I think it's been a benefit to the progression of society. I think it's bad when women work into their 30s and are being taught not to have children. But like the fact that women can go out, can do shopping, can like have a business they're running, I think that's really cool. And I think that's really good. And that's only made about because we have motors and we've been able to automate a lot of stuff. Like we first used domestic animals to try to take the load off. And then we moved to motors and now, well, steam. And then we moved to electricity. And now we can actually use AI to automate a lot of stuff. Like I'm pretty good at Photoshop, but that would have taken me a while to make. And just to give a quick comparison, this is what GPT was giving me. I mean, it's not that great. It's like, look at that. The brush is the
Nah.
same size as the hair. So it's big. Yeah. It's giving me that. It was why is the hair clear? It's like the weirdest thing. But Gemini was able to come
Hmm.
through. I made this one other one with Gemini, and this one has the bristles going in the correct direction, except it doesn't down here. And I don't know why the bristles are coming out of the scalp up here. I mean, yeah, I mean, learning how to prompt with Gemini is definitely important. And I made a video on my channel, so you can go check that out if anyone's interested in seeing. I'll just show a quick picture of like, this is where my scalp was before I started doing this. Like, this is a tick and flea comb that I used to use to exfoliate my scalp. And it would, like, I would basically put it through my hair. This dry, dead skin and oil would build up on it. I'd wipe it off with a tissue, and I'd do it again, and I'd do it again and again and again for like half an hour. And it was disgusting. Um, the boar bristle brush, you can kind of see between the rows the dead skin that's picking up, and that's why you make sure to wash it in between, and make sure you don't soak it too long because some of the hairs can start falling out if the wood expands and contracts too much. But yeah, if you want more details, just go check out my channel. I made a whole video talking about how I'm fixing it. It works. I As long as you continue using it, it works. It's going to take a while to naturally build up the oil, hydrate the scalp, and bring it back into balance. But it sure as hell beats
I wonder
having.
if you use my hair gel as a hair mask, how that would work. Because I have lanolin in the hair gel, and that could change the microbiome. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I want to get back to finish the point. I mean, we're gonna make a part two to this video because I
Oh,
think
definitely.
Zoom's kicking us off in 3 minutes. But I mean, if people like this, comment
This is
down
a good
below.
ending point. 'Cause I gotta go to the bathroom anyway, so this is a good ending point.
All right. So one thing I
We
want,
could do more of these.
yeah. Um, if you want a longer format video, comment down below and we'll buy Zoom and we'll post these. We can do these daily or somewhat daily. One of the things is like, so my friends will ask me like, why should I take supplements? I'm like, if you haven't ever, first off, you need to develop body awareness in order to tell when they're working. Because there are some things you can do where you're like, oh, my leg's not cramping. I'm sleeping longer. Like these are things that you can tell. But besides that, It's like I'll have a
Hey,
headache or
Jason, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go.
uh, two. It's kicking us off in like 2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes. So you
Okay,
develop
okay.
body awareness, and then you start understanding when you should take certain things, and it's kind of like take small dosages over time, see how you feel before and after. You're gonna just go to the bathroom, put yourself on mute. Um, yeah, you take small dosages over time, see how you feel before and after, and then you develop the body awareness for it. And then, I mean, we'll do videos like this. Dan, what do you think about the format of this and the viability of doing it like once a day or like twice a week or 3 times a week?
I like it. Let's reconvene. I mean, I think let's do another one and we can talk about that because this is all about planning. So now that's another part of the plan. So we can plan that in the next planning video.
Yeah, so do you want to do this? Do you want to do another one? Do you want me to call you back after you go to the bathroom? Or what are you thinking?
I am thinking, let's talk later today. I'm just gonna like, I gotta use the restroom now.
Yeah, I'll post this to your account and my account. I mean, we could consider this a podcast.
Just do it as a conference call. Call it Week to Warrior conference call number one, and then we can do, um, we can do more. I just like, I gotta go.
Okay, bye.
But okay, bye. This is fun. We're gonna do more of these.